I don't know what's going on, but boys, we got a tank. Chat, do we let the tank play or do we get him out of here, dude? Do we let a tank play or do we get him out of here? Why is there a prop paladin? That is a really good question. Why is Holy Storm and prop paladin? We have a specific rule since the beginning of these duels, literally since WoD. No tanks. Abort? No, no, no. All right, chat. Type no if you don't want to let the tank play. Type yes if you want the tank play. Chat, vote right now. We're gonna let the chat play. We're gonna let the chat vote. Yes or no? No. I see a wave of no. So many no's. Yeah, we're gonna requeue. We're gonna reform. Seavark, we are gonna... Oh, the whole team is going in to kill the prop pala. The whole team does not want to see a prop paladin. I guess we're just gonna redo. I guess we're gonna requeue. Yeah, we gotta requeue. We gotta requeue. We got Seavark on that Arcane playing a different build. You'll notice that Seavark does not have triple shield. Because Seavark is dropping a defensive for a massive, massive offensive playstyle. We don't know what that will look like, but we're gonna see what that is gonna be in a bit. Hopefully. Because this could be interesting, boys. I want to see what this is gonna look like, though. I really want to see what this is going to look like. Arcane missiles coming out for Seavark, trying to make some damage happen to Skype. Big Arcane barrages, actually, with a poly right after. I think he's set up for a massive, massive, maybe touch of the Magi. Big all Arcane blast available into Arcane missiles right after Skype. Actually, are they dead? Trying to vivify? Interrupt the Karma immediately? Fist of Fury? Needs a heal. Needs a heal real bad. Skype had no health, though. Does himself 45 brew. Got himself some weird claw hands in there, too. It's a little real weird. Oh, real weird claw hands there. Seavark got some damage in there. Whoa, there's gonna be a poly onto the monk. And Seavark trying to get himself a setup with the Arcane blast, ready to go with missiles right after, doing quite a lot of damage to the monk though. Gonna be a full 45 brew up and running as Seavark does go for the altar time, trying to reverse some of the damage it's gonna take from monk as Zoen is joining in. And it looks like Monk just had to go for every offensive. Does not use the defensive just yet, but Seavark did get a pretty big blaster master out of him. It's going to turn around and hit Zoen with a little bit of damage himself right after. Shifting power available, trying to get himself some resources back. There's going to be more missiles getting set up. I don't know what kind of a setup he's going with missiles, though, but I think it has to do a build around missiles, maybe. Nova onto Monk could maybe target less out of it. Goes for an in-cap. And looks like he does get out of the root after a bit, but the Night Faith thing has to slow, puts a slow after you hit an aim with any kind of CC. So polymorph root, he gives like a 90% slow for 2 seconds. Like 90% slow, quickly fading, but still a lot of slow. Diffuse magic available for Monk as he goes in for a full images setup. And Seavark just trying to see if he can avoid it as best as possible. Going for the slows as much as he can. Trying to deal with Monk with American missiles. Does not have the karma. If he missiles do enough damage here. Trying to see if he can make that karma happen. Does slap a karma into Seavark. And trying to go for some vivifies. Seavark could maybe go for a setup with an interrupt on the Monk. But he does get a big defensive out of him. He just needs another setup onto Monk and he'll be in a good spot. Trying to make a poly happen versus Monk is gonna go for that soul shape blink out of there. Polymorph in cap right after. Should be able to finally get a polymorph. Is playing that shimmer. Trying to re-poly in case there is a trinket coming out for him. Touch of Magia is available. Does Seavark have the rune of power? He does. All arcane power available too. That is a lot of damage available for Seavark right now. All the time is up as well. Monk actually taking so much damage. Oh my god. Seavark just blasting these boys out of there. Arcane all of a sudden picked up some damage, boys. Let's go. All of a sudden, just trying to make something happen here. And Seavark is bringing Arcane back with... I don't even know what kind of setup he's going for. I really want to know what Lego he's playing. I really want to know. Does catch Holy Storm around the corner with a poly. Trying to make a Frostbolt happen with some missiles while sending in Rune of Power. Holy smack, dude. He really is popping off. Because last time we saw Seavark, like he was doing this like long kiting strat, like he was defensive Lego, defensive setup, everything. So it was a very what? Holy Storm not rolling the on a time where your hand of freedom, I guess the Mage, where your hand of freedom is perma, cannot be dispelled. That's gonna give Seavark so much more mobility. You're basically just Paladins are called pretty wheelchair as a class because they're so slow. So this man is gonna really feel it. He's feeling it now, Mr. Krabs. Hodge comes out, and it's going to be ultra time for Seavark. He might still be in a Hodge, but he does get to port away from Holy Storm, so his health is doing a-okay. He is limited by the shields that he has. The survivability is a lot different, but the damage is definitely visible. Trying to go for a bit of shifting power, get in the Arcane power back, might be able to go for a big setup onto Holy Storm. Is that going to be enough? Has the trinket available and everything. As he's trying to port towards the Mage, that's going to be an interrupt. Big damage. Oh my goodness! Slammed down with a touch of the Magi. That was not even a touch of the Magi. That was a slap down of a Magi. What? His booty cheeks got clapped. I don't understand what the burst is. I would love to know what after the duel, if he wants to let us know what the Lego is. I'll be cool with that. It looks like Seavark is going to be hanging out. He knows the rogue is somewhere nearby. Shadow Strike coming down immediately. It's just popping off some cooldowns. And Seavark blinked away from it immediately. Divapox going for the soul shape to try to connect. It looks like he's going to try to see if he can, while frozen, just kind of teleport out of there little by little behind the pillar. Trying to see maybe if he can get himself a bit of a line of sight. I don't know if he'll be able to, though. Because I think those images... Oh, no, the images did not catch him. He did get a Shadow Strike in with a Kinder Shot onto Seavark. Does go for a setup. It looks like he's playing one Shadow Dance. So he's going for the big one-shotter wombo combo. So it doesn't look like he's going for the normal setup. He looks like he's going for the big Uno one-shotter, dude. Uno Shato. Oh, Coloca Shadow's coming out. As you see, we're going for some damage. Does go for a Shadow Strike with no dance there. Or was it no dance? Actually, it might have been the... I would think it was a free Shadow Strike from the Night Fate Covenant. That's probably what it was. Missiles chasing him away, though. Is waiting for another set of dances. It looks like Seavark is going to take opportunity. Not let the rogue reset. Blind to follow. Seavark does have an ice bucket if necessary. But DV is going to be able to re-stealth. He does not have the full dance setup here. Extended Explosions. Arcane in combat does use the Arcane Orb in order to get Divapox in combat. There goes the Ice Block. Diva trying to see if he can get himself a bit of a reset. Seavark does, I think, try to go for a spell steal just to keep the man in combat. Might still be able to get himself a reset. It looks like there's going to be a re-stealth while Novad. So he knows he's there. That shift in power is definitely going to get him out with a poly. Diva trying to go for evasion. Too bad you can't dodge spells like that. Touch of the Magi available. Full setup available for Seavark. Missiles to follow right after. Alter time in case the rogue is on him. And Touch of the Magi does it slap him down. Does some damage, but not as much as we wanted to. Not as much as we were expecting. Big Arcane Barrage. Missiles right after. Looks like the Seed Pod is activated. Does Seavark have enough damage to bust through the pod? He might be able to. I don't know if Arcane Mages do. Looks like he did have to burn a bit of mana to make that happen. Hunter's Mark on Seavark as Worgen is going to be up next. The pet is there. Resonating Shot is there. Should be able to get a lot of line of sight damage in the grenades. He does have himself temporal in order to get himself lots of survivability here. Turn around and hit the pet without missiles while he has them. I guess for the procs maybe. And Seavark is going to have to go for a little bit of a reset. He still has Hunter's Mark on him. He did go for Invis into much of ports. But I think the Hunter still can see where he's at. Seavark trying to go for food immediately. With 41% dampening, the shields are not really going to do much either. Seavark is limited on the positionals as well as on the self heals that he has. Hunter's Mark always up, so can't really get an Invis off. He might need to find a way just to get a poly onto Worgen somehow and go for double shimmer. But he's just going to get those dots and grenades and chakrams around the corner, just not letting Seavark get that much pressure on him, which is what how some of our hunters have to play. Does go for an Invis here. That is going to be 60% damage reduction without Invis. Try to get sufficient power, and that's also going to be alter time unless he chooses to cancel it. Which looks like he maybe not cancels it. Stun right after the alter time, has the trinket ready. And I think Seavark just needs to land a Polymer for that's all he can really do. Kill shot, it looks like Worgen does outlast the Arcane Mage. The line of sight is just rough to deal with. It's just rough. The dots at this high dampening with not a lot of healing, especially with that legendary not being used for the triple shield, that is just tough. And that's going to be Chilpa smacking that Worgen quickly. He's teleporting right Cheap. Yeah, he was teleporting on Outskins too. That is a little bit weird. So maybe he wasn't lagging, but it was like looking like he was lagging on Outskins at that point. Yeah, it looked pretty weird for us to see Seavark. That was awesome though. What legendary did you use? That was a lot of kills. That was 4 kills though. One of them was the Seed Pod. So that was a kill that should have counted there. But that was nuts.